Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmu. Sri Ramakrishna is telling to M, you see, mere study of books avails nothing, because he has read a few books on Advaita and trying to identify. It's good, but to think that I have attained everything by reading a few books and getting a bookish knowledge of a thing is nothing. Just when swimming is learned by educated people, they will first go to the internet here, there, how to swim and all that. Gives all how the swimming actually happens, how we pull the water behind and flow forward, move forward, how we float at what force, how much force is needed to balance myself on the water without getting sunk. All these are given in detail. You'll wonder the amount of pull that you have to do, how fast swimming, how much of forces it manifests, how the body moves, how the muscles are working. All the clear understanding. How will you float in the water? How the body is buoyancy. The way in which I sleep, the way in which I move my hands and feet, how it balances. Then one day I can sleep on the water. How that is holding like a ball lying it is just I'm lying down on it without any movements. Now you read all this in detail and try to get down into the water. You simply sink. Whatever we read, to understand it, digest it in practicality, it takes quite a long time. We can show the forces working while driving a cycle. How we balance, how the center of gravity should fall vertically on the wheel where it is touching the earth. How while taking turn, centripetal force, how it works, gravity, all these forces working well, and it is smoothly going on two wheels. In circus, on one wheel they balance and go. And all these details will not help you when you have to learn cycling days together to learn that exact. Afterwards, freely that person starts moving. How that clarity, practicality. I may read many books and get the bookish knowledge, but nothing happens without a practice. One may recite the written part of the drum glibly from memory, but to play the drums is exceedingly difficult. Da, tarikata, tom, tarikata, all this, you can go on telling. It is being given in the books, you can utter. And you can hear someone telling also, you can hear. But to play and show, just to tarikata. One tarikata to play. How much time it takes to practice every day, to link it to the mind, to flow spontaneously, the idea registered and hands, karmendriya, working with the jnanendriyas. and with jnana, independent of indriya, knowledge of the tabla, lessons, knowledge, and its knowledge is to be converted into action. How much of practice is needed, you see. Like that, glibly from memory, but to play the drum is exceedingly difficult. The master continued with description of the divine madness. Previous subject was the madness. And divine madness it is. That is the final clearance within, final clearance within of the world. In divine madness, even the slightest traces will not remain. When we see the parasites, a kind of parasite grows on the plants here. It is a thin creeper like without leaves. It goes on growing, and one day you see that the whole tree is covered, slightly yellowish, like threads it will be. It covers the whole plant, and take it out, it is easily removable. If you pull it, it comes out. And remove the whole thing and throw away a small piece here, and a small piece fallen on a plant. It picks up. Again the whole thing comes up. How that parasites, how they destroy, you cannot destroy it so easily. Somewhere small piece left out is sufficient to reform. So these traces left over within of the samskaras of in world we've enjoyed many things, and because I'm more interested in something, it is getting suppressed, and willfully also I'm giving up through understanding, but the traces will always remain without our knowledge. Where a clock is kept in the house, we'll be going and coming, we'll be looking at that. On some day, we'll convert that into a small window or something like that, and start keeping the clock elsewhere. Every day you can see, to see the time, the eyes run there on that particular place where the clock was kept. And to convert it again, the moment, clock we have kept there, we consciously know. We ourselves have kept it, or myself have kept it, but eyes run there for seeing time. Till I again re-register, the traces will remain, you see. The other clock is before our eyes in a different place. But because of habit of seeing, and consciously we are placed with understanding, but eyes immediately go there. These are the traces of samskaras remaining in and this is destroyed by again and again looking at the present situation and erasing the old. Now the samskaras of running behind, I have given up. No, this is not worth it, and it is painful. I have got to transcend the nature. Human body is given. It is a purpose. Nature has a purpose to give me, and I have to fulfill that purpose. And again, I remind myself and keep away from it. Because I have kept it away from me, it is standing away from me. But the taste to possess it, taste to enjoy it doesn't go. So deep inside, small traces will remain even after one experiences this joy. So these traces are removed, completely erased, burnt off. The burnt seed can never germinate. Burns off in divine madness. In divine madness, nothing. Then pure. See, when gold is melted, it is molten. To purify it, other metals are added to it for strength. Like copper in gold, a little copper is added for its toughness to make ornament. Otherwise it will wear out fast. So copper is added. Now to remove the copper and bring back this gold, we heat it nicely and put it in acid, where gold doesn't get dissolved. Gold gets dissolved in a particular combination of acids. It's called aqua regia. In that gold, but copper gets dissolved in any acid so easily. Sulfuric acid. We take sulfuric acid, we heat the gold and pour it in that. So the whole copper dissolves off and gold alone is left. And it is not done once. In Kannada they say, Chinnakke putavittante. This is that chip. Now again it is taken out, again heated. Traces of copper are still there. And second time it is done. Third time it is put in the water. Then it is, whole thing goes off. So this divine madness, all the traces are removed. Nothing remains of the world or the tendencies that can germinate any time. In that divine, God takes to the divine madness of ecstatic state of love, where He neither sees the world, nor people, nor anything other than the divine. He is just like a child. His movements are unrestrained or unlimited. Because our all movements, even thinking, is limited by our vasanas. How I behave in a particular way, I cannot behave according to others, what others expect, or even God expects, or nature expects, or the enlightened soul expects. Even Guru expects a particular way of life that his disciple should lead. He is not able to, because the tendencies are making him move in a particular way, behave in a particular way. It is not jnana. It is the tendencies that is right. Now the tendencies have totally gone. And he has no limitation. For us, the tendencies is taking us. I am good. I am working my nature is such, my habits are such that I am driven by it. Not through jnana I am doing anything. So this tendencies is making me. Now these tendencies are not, none of the tendencies are there. Now totally nature is making him dance with the cosmic dance. It plays, sings, dances, jumps, as the Divine Mother makes him dance. So there is no limitation or restriction because of that freedom. He is jumping and playing because of the inner freedom, inner joy, inner peace. So how that it could be, that is called divine madness. Master continued with the description of divine madness. Once, for a few weeks, I was out on an excursion with Batur Babu in his houseboat. We took the trip for a change of air. During that trip, we visited Navdweep. One day I saw the boatmen cooking their meal and stood and watched them. Mathur said to me, "What are you doing there?" I replied with a smile, "The boatmen are cooking and their food looks very good." Mathur felt I might ask boatmen to give a portion of their food. So he said, "Come away, come away." But I cannot do such a thing now. I am no longer in that mood. Now the food must be cooked by a Brahmin observing ceremonial purity and be offered to the deity, then only I can eat it. Sri Ramakrishna is telling the present state. Oh, what moods I passed through. At Kamarpukur, I said to Chine Shankari, it's Chinu, they say Chinu Shankari. Shankari is one who makes the bangles from conch shells. Chinu is his name. Chine Shankari. And the other chums of my boyhood days. Oh, I fall at your feet and beg of you to utter the name of Hari. I was able to prostrate myself before them. Thereupon, Chine said, "This is the first outburst of your divine love. So you don't see any distinction between one man and another. When the storm breaks and rises the dust, then mango and tamarind trees look alike. One cannot distinguish between one and another." How it happens, you see. When storm comes, the dust is raised even in the early morning. Now we are passing through the winter season. When we come out, fog is pervading everything. We cannot distinguish, we cannot understand what tree. Tree is there, we can understand. What tree is it, we cannot identify because of the covering of that. Similarly, when storm raises the dust, you cannot distinguish between the two trees. Like the divine madness, it cannot distinguish, it cannot identify and understand. Oh, what moods I passed through at Kamarpur. Then he used to feel that others must utter the name of Hari, and he is ready to fall at their feet and beg them. Then Chinu is telling, Chine said, "This is the first outburst of your divine love." Divine love, how it manifests. So you don't see distinguish between one man and another. When the storm breaks and raises the dust, the mango and tamarind trees look the same. One cannot distinguish one from the other. A devotee. How can a householder keep on with his worldly duties if he is overwhelmed by such bhakti madness, of love madness, or knowledge madness? Now, a person in the world, he has duties to perform, he has responsibilities to discharge, and if he has to go along the spiritual path also. In spiritual path, if such states are inevitable, and I have to get into those states consciously, divine madness, and forget it will interfere in my day-to-day activities. What will I do regarding my day-to-day activities? He's asking, how can a householder keep on with his worldly duties. Worldly duties also you have to do and be bad also. If he is overwhelmed by such bhakti madness or love madness or knowledge madness, asking that question. Master, looking at him, there are two kinds of yogis. The revealed and the hidden. Two kinds of yogis. The householder may be hidden yogi, Gupta sannyasi like. The householder may be hidden yogi, none recognizes him. The householder should renounce mentally and inwardly. Ram, you talk as if you were consoling the children. A householder may be a jnani, but never a vijnani. Counter question. Master, he may become a vijnani in the end. But it is not good to force oneself into renunciation. You talk as if consoling the children. How Ram is telling you, see. The person is asking, if we are going to enter into the divine madness, how can we do our duties of life? The Thakur is giving an answer in such a way that there are Gupta yogis and Vyakta yogis. There are renunciates. Yoga is to unite with the rest of the existence, to leave my bodily identity and expand to the cosmic level. Yoga. To get united with God, and God is pervading the whole universe and all beings. To be one with Him. How will I manage this one? My family, I have to leave. I have to leave this world and all that. So Thakur said, no. You need not leave. You'll be Gupta sannyasi. You are hidden within. And Vyakta sannyasis are moving about, renouncing everything, and they are moving about, begging their food and sitting somewhere and eating it. Peacefully they are. But we are householders, what to do? Sri Ramakrishna is telling there are two kinds of yogis. One are internally, others are internally and externally. Householders are those who internalize the tyaga, jnana, wisdom, viveka, vairagya. All these are internal, no external signs, no giving up, doing all the duties and offering every bit to God. This is my worship unto you. Accept this. This is my worship unto you. Accept this. That offering, self-offering, offering of all thoughts, actions and feelings at the feet of God. So he is telling that you be a Gupta yogi. Here Sri Ramakrishna, the Ram is telling, what you are telling is just like consoling a weeping child. Something is to be told, satisfied, I will give tomorrow this, that and all. Because he feels that to renounce internally also is so equally different. Because to leave and go away, the thought is not there of that again. I leave the family and run away. I am not bothered what is happening to the family. I have to be with the family and internally renounce. It is like keeping the frog in the snake's mouth and making it dance. So much difficult, more difficult than renouncing and going away. Yeah. How can I live in the world and think myself to a yogi? And when Sri Ramakrishna is, you talk as if you are consoling children. A householder may be a jnani, but never a vijnani. He is telling jnani, oh, this is wrong, this is bad, that knowledge having. Vijnana is who is experiencing it. Vijnana is, it has become a natural state in him. He has eaten, digested, and become muscles and strength already. That he has got transformed. So he is now, how can I be that? It looks like be an hypocrite like. He says it is. Now Thakur is telling, he may become Vijnani in the end. First he begins with a jnana. Oh, I am not able to come out, but this is not the right path. I am presently, I have to take care of everything, but without giving myself, without getting entangled myself in anything. I have to take care of love we have to offer and not get entangled. At the same time, I should not carry the world within me. I should not be in them or they should not be in me. But love, care and activities will continue. That is Vijnani state. Vijnani state is, he has understood, accepted, known, and then understanding is basic structure. Then slowly it enters into visualization. Then actualization. So he is passing through various stages. So Thakur is telling, you begin with whatever, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. Begin with the base, and in the end you will find that you have attained the whole thing, what state you have to attain. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.